Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. It's caught outright, Amendola. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one. And LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed. But it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they just did not get the snap away in time. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Brady sets up the screen to Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Gronkowski, slot left. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And Amendola with a catch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And he's got Amendola on the connection. And 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Brady. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Wait, 20.
Again, it's Brady. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Screen pass to Blunt. Oh, little 360.
Oh,
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt, and look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady to throw again. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, it's Brady. It's caught outright, Amendola. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Throwing is Brady on third down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady going to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
35! My 20!
On first and 10, here's Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Three down. Hey, let's go.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alan Branch forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. On 2nd down, here's Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Gronkowski, slot left. Brady now on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is secured by the Patriots. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
3 down. Wait, 20. Check.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy running in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On first down, Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside. And I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Brady to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got Bennett. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Again, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down following the run.
Easy.
They try again with Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
From the gun on third down, Brady. It's caught outright, Amendola. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. Slot man moves right. They'll begin here with Blunt. And some room to maneuver. And the cutback to the sideline. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blount, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. So they're going to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And that's good for a New England first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Brady now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Brady will try again on second down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. The big fella. And it's picked up by the... And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady now on first down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They slot Gronkowski outright.
20.
Brady to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third and long, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jabal Sheard able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that ball did not travel 10 yards. It's a penalty. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Brady. Going to throw right side here, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Gronkowski, slot left. On first and 10, here's Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll make it second and 10.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after start. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Martellus Bennett from 13 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Brady going to look to throw. Screen pass to Blunt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, here's Blunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Brady. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Danny Amendola from 8 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. This is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Gronkowski unable to hang on. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Brandon, you identified early that this